He hit a three in Curry's face, and he couldn't even see. The king.
Curry never did that before.
Oh, I guess. Welcome to the Minor Basketball Podcast, also known as M.O.B Podcast. I'm Evan.
I'm Ja.
This is our basketball podcast. We recap, break down, analyze players and teams from previous games from the previous day. In this case, playing edition. And let's just get right into it. The game everybody's been waiting for, everybody wanted to see, the Lakers and the Warriors, and it did live up to expectations. Wow, what a game. What a game. I mean, really, speechless. Well, you got something to say?
That man who's been chasing the ghost of 23 for so many years, that man who has proclaimed himself as the GOAT, that man who has been in the league since junior college. Let me stop. Went out there and continued to prove why he has an argument to be the GOAT. You want to talk about greatest and how the greatest is impact? This man single-handedly changed the course of the entire game by himself. And when I say by himself, I mean by himself with the execution of play. Not only did he demoralize let me not say demoralize because he didn't really demoralize them, but defensively, he basically took them out of rhythm a little bit, sparked the fire under his team, got himself going, and the game went from the Warriors constantly being in double digits to, man, if AD was struggling, AD picked it up. If Schroeder was struggling a little bit, even though he didn't pick it up that much, he kind of got on his pace.
Yeah, he did.
Wes Matthews, big time. KCP, big time. Lockdown defense, like it looked like a 90s New York Knicks game, I guess. Is there anything else I have to say? Am I missing something? Caruso?
Oh, no, let's pause on Caruso. We're going to get into that, man. Because, man, and don't say LeBron by himself. LeBron, as you just mentioned, he had those people that helped him a lot because he needed some help. In that first half, LeBron was not looking like a LeBron. I had the excuse that it was his ankle. That's what I thought because I haven't seen LeBron play this bad in a big game like this in about a decade. So it had to be that.
Yeah.
But I guess that was rubbing off on other players too because AD was playing just as terrible. And Schroeder was playing just as terrible. And when your three best players are playing that bad, you know, it's not going to look good, especially in this pivotal game. In the Warriors, everything was going well. And this is the first half I'm talking about. Everything was going for the Warriors. I mean, what else can you say about Curry? I mean, he was doing what Curry does. They had no answer. I mean, I've seen Curry do this for almost a decade, and yet I'm still amazed when I see him do it. It's like every time he shoots those ridiculous dribbles, double team shots, and he makes it, or right before he's about to make it. I'm like, there's no way he's going in, and it goes in almost every time.
Now knowing the way he changed the game, there was times where I was like, yeah, he's still making that. Not like I legit didn't even say he was missing. I legit said straight up, oh, he got space. He's making it. All he needs is a little bit of space. All he need is a look at the rim, and he could just throw it up, and it will go in.
It's
again,
ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Again, when you got amazed at that shot he made before, I think it was at the end of the first quarter or before halftime. I don't remember.
It was, I think, halftime.
Yeah, when he shot that over like 10 players, I said that's going in. I said that is going in, and Lord and behold, that went right through the hole, right through the hole.
Curry is ridiculous.
Switch.
But it wasn't just him, because he had a good supporting cast as well. The rest of the Warriors, they stepped up. Jordan Poole, Juan Toscano Anderson, Draymond Green stepped up, doing everything all around from defense to offense. I mean, they were creating some havoc defensively. This Warriors team, Kevon Looney, like, you got to give all these guys. Andrew Wiggins stepped up big time for this Warriors team. Yeah, hate him now. He stepped up big time.
Trying to avoid that label, huh?
Yeah, I've been telling you he's having a good year this year.
Still got that label on him a little bit.
Oh my God, he's been playing great. He's been playing great
You
basketball.
know what? He lucky this is a big game, because I want to still shout it on him. But hey, I'm going to hold back my thoughts about that man, even though he did have a great game.
You lie. Yeah. In that first half, yeah, they was really struggling to get in their rhythm, and then third quarter hit, the Warriors started turning the ball over, and that's credit to this Lakers defense. They finally got it going on the defensive side of the ball. They finally started playing with rhythm, started finally playing their pace, getting their fast break opportunities, and credit to Alex Caruso. Credit to that man. Because when AD, Bron, and Schroeder was struggling, he was the best player on the floor. And when Schroeder was getting absolutely cooked by Curry, Caruso did a great job on Curry. When Caruso was matched up with Curry, he did the best that he could on Curry. The best that he could.
Mm-hmm.
So he deserves so much credit for picking up the slack. Everybody else was slacking. The three best players on the team was slacking. He was putting up points for them, and he was doing his best guarding Curry. Because Schroeder couldn't do a damn thing on Curry. To be honest, I can't blame Schroeder.
Exactly. And here's my thing. That's when Curry was highly limited. Because if you see, as great as he is, there is a way to limit Curry. You got to get up into him. You got to be dedicated to getting up into him in order to try your best to alter those shots. And then, because he has to rely on pick and rolls and everything like that in order to help free him up with space. And that's what I felt like Caruso did a great job at, limiting his opportunity, limiting his strengths, his skills on the strengths of his skills, in order to create better opportunities for his team. And as a result, he created better opportunities for himself. Because whenever they kept switching out Schroeder for him, it's just like, what are you doing? He's not putting in that same kind of effort or dedication defensively on Curry.
Mm-hmm.
So you're making a mistake and you're shooting yourselves in the foot. But
I mean, because every time they had Schroeder on Curry, Caruso's on the bench. So, I mean, Caruso was getting his rest. So I can't really blame them for that. But yeah, he really did the best job he could on Curry. And in that third quarter, it was just a switch. It was just a turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Lakers got out in front in that third quarter. Then the fourth quarter, back and forth. It was really tense, great defensive play. I mean, it was bucket after bucket. The Warriors the Warriors were the one trailing. In that fourth quarter eventually, and then they got it back together. Then there was the play where Draymond had poked Braun in the eye by trying to contest the shot, and Braun really couldn't see. This was midway in the fourth quarter, late fourth quarter. Braun couldn't see, and he was still doing his best, still hooping. And with 100, when the game was tied 100, and the Warriors had great defense on the Lakers. They had KCP trapped in the paint, surrounded. He had really nowhere to go, and he had to kick it out back to Braun, who's had it deep on three. Curry had a great contest on him, and LeBron, blurry, couldn't see. Hits a three right in Curry's face. Yeah, Curry, that's how it feels. That's how it feels. It's a three right in Curry's face, getting the go-ahead three, which eventually was the, I guess, game winner, so to speak. And credit to the Warriors, because not the Warriors, the Lakers. Defensively, in that final minute on Curry, anybody but Curry. The trap of AD and Caruso, Curry, he could not go anywhere. He could not go anywhere. I mean, they trapped him. They contained him. And Jordan Poole had a good open look in the corner to tie the game. He just ended up missing. And again, when they had another chance right after that.
Go on.
Yeah, right. I had another chance right after that. And Steve tried to run down the court, just call a timeout because Curry was getting trapped. And I mean, who else do you want shooting the ball? Everybody knows it has to go to Curry. He's the greatest shooter of all time.
Yeah.
You have to try to get the ball to Curry. And the Lakers, you have to try to get the ball away from Curry. In the final possession with the 2.1 seconds, they ended up passing it to Curry and couldn't handle it because AD and Caruso was on his back. And as a result, Lakers win.
Yeah, man. And you alluded to something great. Real quick, I just want to go to something before. It was this was a defensive battle all the way. Uh-huh. And it was like a tell of two ends. I couldn't even say it was a tell of two halves because, because they were playing great defense from the jump, or the Lakers were playing great defense on Curry from the jump in terms of how they was trying to get the ball out his hands at all times.
Yeah.
Even though the man still had like 39, but yeah, they did a great job at limiting him from beginning to end with trying to not get the ball into his hands, because they know the moment he gets the ball into his hands, it's trouble.
Yes.
But then again, the moment the third quarter hit, Braun kind of single-handedly put some defensive spirits into that whole team again and just lit it up from both ends. But the thing is, what we about this is a game where you got to make somebody else not named Curry beat you.
They tried.
And they tried. They tried. And
that's why Andrew Wiggins got a lot of buckets.
Exactly. But that's the thing. You don't let Curry beat you. The game is close. Everybody's still eating, like everybody's getting this, but the game is still close and it's in reach. And now you have an opportunity for striking distance. And that's what the Lakers basically did. They knew that the moment Curry get hot and everyone else on the team is getting theirs too, that's basically a blowout. Let's be honest. That's a blowout because you got the greatest shooter of all time getting his in the same way he always is. And then you got everyone else who has a knack for scoring now. Everybody's getting rhythm. It's just like that's basically a blowout if you do not try to limit something. And that's what the Lakers did. They limited Curry from getting the ball in his hands at any time, and they made other people beat them, knowing that they still have an opportunity to come back in this game if they keep it at striking distance. And just like what you alluded to, they won.
Yeah, and I mean, and also Braun in that second half, his passing ability, also getting the Lakers in rhythm. I mean, of course, he's one of the greatest passers of all time. Best passer of all time, that's not a point guard. So, I mean,
the way he switched it up in that second half, he really fooled around and got a triple-double. I really felt like he fooled around and got a triple-double because I ain't felt like he was anywhere near close to having a triple-double in that first half.
Yeah.
And the man fooled around, getting rebounds over everyone, passing the ball. It's like There's times where like he made passes and stuff where I thought that was going to end up in a bucket, result into a bucket, and it really resulted in a bucket. I was really shocked.
I mean, what a game!
Yeah.
What a game! Performances by these two guys and their teams. Credit to the Warriors. I mean, this was a great game. This was a game they easily could have won as well. Could have been reversed. They could have been the winners.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, defending champions, the reigning Finals MVP, just proved a little bit too much. Just a little, just a tad. Yeah. He was blinded and he made a 3. He was blinded. He made 3 look at Curry, said, I can't even see. What else can you say about Bron?
Yeah.
But yeah, a great win for this Lakers team. They will go on to the playoffs, the 7th seed, and will face the Phoenix Suns in the first round. That should be a really, really entertaining matchup. No playoff predictions yet, though, however. That will be saved for Saturday's podcast. Our playoff predictions when the playoffs officially start, which is Saturday. That will be our podcast for that.
Yeah.
As for the Warriors, they will go on to face the winner of this next game that we shall be talking about. The San Antonio Spurs going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Why do you look so down, Ja? Why?
No comment.
No, speak. Come on. Why you look so down? What's wrong?
No one, nothing.
Hey, you know how you talk so much trash to me about Giannis? You know,
I'm muting myself.
You can mute yourself, but I just want you to hear this.
I'll put down my volume.
Listen. Don't do that. I'll put down my volume for you. Like, he couldn't even hit the front when he missed the free throw against the Celtics in the second game or whatever. All I know is it takes all 5 guys to stop Giannis, not just Dylan Brooks. Oh, did your man's DeRozan really have a bad game?
If he had Giannis' physical gifts, 5 people will need to stop him too, and he'll be more skilled, so it don't matter.
You said that he was going to show up, and he didn't. Your man's DeRozan. Now, when your best player, if you're the Spurs, when your best player doesn't show up, it's really hard for you to win. And it was really hard for him to win. Well, first of all, let's go through this game because I ain't even talking about DeRozan. That first quarter for the Spurs was atrocious. The way the Grizzlies just came out and just balled was ridiculous. Dylan Brooks, well, I just mentioned, we were going to talk about him a lot more. Jonas Valanciunas. Remember, you also said that he's going to be dominant because the Spurs don't really have anybody to guard him. And that is exactly what happened.
He made Jakob Poeltl look like he made Jakob Poeltl. He literally made Jakob Poeltl look like he should not be in the league. He was that disrespectful towards Jakob Poeltl.
20-20 game, 20-20 game for Jonas Valanciunas. And we've been talking about him a lot. He's just having a great year for Memphis. He's been having such a great year. It's just a dominating performance by him in this game. Yeah, you guys said Jakob really can do it. But then that second quarter hit, and it's almost like it just flipped. The Spurs went on a 17-0 run. Got back into the game.
Shocked me. I thought it was over for them.
And that was because of their defense, their 3-point shooting. I mean, Rudy Gay, he's also stepped up in that second half as well. Okay. Yeah, Rudy Gay, I mean, and in the third quarter, it was really back and forth in that third quarter. But the big thing was that fourth quarter, in which the Spurs finally got got it going, got a little bit of run, and they took the lead. Spurs had the lead for the first time in the game since it was 2-0.
It only
Uh,
stood for like one possession though.
yeah, true. And then for the Grizzlies, Dylan Brooks. Oh my God, what a game for Dylan Brooks. First, let's talk about the defensive side of the ball. And all jokes aside, yes, DeMar did have a bad game, but Dylan Brooks was all over him. All over him. I mean, he was just hounding him off the ball, on ball. He would not let DeMar do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Got to give credit to him. Got to give credit to Jonas Valanciunas, who also backed him up every time DeMar did get by him and went to the paint. Got to give credit to those guys. Dylan Brooks did a fantastic job with DeMar DeRozan last night.
Yeah.
And then you want to talk about off. What?
It pains me to admit it, but yes, he did.
And then you want to talk about offensively. I mean, oh my God. Especially in that fourth quarter when he hit like 4 straight buckets for the Grizzlies. Dylan Brooks is a bucket getter. He's a bucket getter. He's proved that for the past 2 seasons now.
Yeah, he improved on it. He improved on his getting bucket situation. Yeah, on his bucket getting situation. Yep.
And he deserves so much credit for this win. Against this Spurs team, because yeah, they did win. He was such a big contribution. Also, John Morant, who came up alive late as well. I just wish he would make his free throws. God damn it. But yeah, and because of their contribution, because of their 3-point shooting, because of Dylan Brooks going around shooters, because of their defense, they were able to close out this game.
Yeah. I want to give credit to Rudy Gay for late in that quarter keeping them back in it, keeping them in it.
Yes.
Yeah, but again, when you limit the best player, it kind of takes the heart out of most of the things that you really want to do as the opponent, and that's what Memphis basically did. Great job by Dylan Brooks, and you already said how I said it, like JV, like JV, like he was just in on the, and this is why I tell you, when it gets to these moments in the season, when it's playoff time and the game slows down or the game gets that competitive, is going to get to a half court game and you're going to need somebody to throw it into. And that's what JV was showing. Just being a terror on the inside. Like he was out hustling. Well, this whole Memphis team was out hustling the Spurs on the boards, but mainly him. He was out hustling every player that tried their best. Every Spurs player, he was literally making them look like babies on the board. And he was just, and man, Memphis got it. Memphis got it. I can't even say it. That's the only things I can say, really.
Yeah. What a great statement win by those guys. Memphis Grizzlies. Congratulations to them. They will be moving on to battle the Golden State Warriors on the Friday. And unfortunately, this is the end of the road for the San Antonio Spurs season. See what they can do next year. Spurs. We always love to see them. Me and you always love to see them succeed. No matter who's playing for them. So we have so much love for Pop in the organization.
Yeah.
So at least they came to fight. At least they didn't just go out like how the Hornets did. At least they battled back and made it a great competitive game.
They did. I respect that.
Yeah. But all right. That really will be all. Tomorrow actually. Yeah, that'll be all. Tonight's games, TNT, 8:00 or game, is the battle for the 8th seed. Those guys, Bradley Beal, Russell Westbrook, and the Washington Wizards, playing against the Indiana Pacers after their dominant win against the Hornets. Should be an interesting game. I mean, these teams have been battling in the regular season a lot, so
yeah,
we'll see how it all plays out. We'll see who takes the 8th seed Our prediction for the Warriors and the Grizzlies 8th seed will be tomorrow, while we also recap the Wizards and the Pacers game. So stay tuned for that. Be there for that. And right, let's wrap things up. Any final thoughts from you, John?
Thanks a lot, Karis. I really will look forward to seeing you play.
Thanks a lot, Karis. Oh, I guess it kind of is his fault. Actually, I don't know the situation.
We don't know, but yeah, come on, man. This is important at the time.
Like, what a great fix your face. Fuck. Come on, man. You're 20.
Yeah, I'm just having fun, man.
Yeah, what a game. I'm still thinking about that Warriors Lakers game. What a finish. Well, let's see if the Warriors can get in the playoffs though. Still having that chance, or will it be stumped by my surprise team, Memphis Grizzlies? All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching today's podcast. Make sure you tune in to tomorrow's podcast. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, give us feedback, all that good stuff.
And also tune into our IG and our TikTok down in the description below.
Yes. And of course, I am Evan.
Ja.
And this is the Mind and Basketball Podcast.